grew up in like a neighborhood where it was like government housing, like it was like a welfare type situation. I grew up with a single mom, and then she met my stepdad. It was a drug neighborhood. It got to the point where growing up, going through high school and all that, I started using, but I had a friend who had overdosed. I was like, "Okay, I'm getting away from the drugs. I'm gonna go to Alberta. I'm just gonna focus on work, and I'm gonna get my life in order." And I did that, and drinking became my thing. I ended up having a daughter. Then I met this other girl, and then I had a son with her. They left, and it like tore me apart. That was the beginning of kind of me just throwing my hands up, like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. I started getting addicted to fentanyl. Next thing I knew, it was like literally in a week, I lost my job. I got in a fight. I drove home drunk that night. I got pulled over, and they caught me with the pills, and like everything just came crashing down, and you would think, okay, you're gonna learn your lesson. I didn't. I remember talking to my sister on the phone, just like telling her I don't want to live anymore. I ended up going to detox, and there's a Bible there, and I got to Galatians, and I got to the part of the Spirit, and I started reading off the sinful nature, like the wild parties and the drunkenness, and this is literally who I am. Underneath it was the Spirit, patience, self-control, love, joy, peace, gentleness, and I'm like, this is what I want. And I basically started calling myself a Christian, but I ended up slipping. And then I relapsed. I'm back in detox, and I had a friend on my Facebook who's like, man, you gotta come to Wagner Hills. I was like, yeah, it's like, you guys go to church and stuff. I'm just drunk. Like, you guys go to church? Like, he's like, we go twice a week. And I'm like, oh, cool. Because like, again, I just wanted to figure this stuff out. I was talking to a friend. He's like, oh, you got to watch this guy. We watch him every Tuesday, I think it was at the time. And we sat there and we watched it. And I was like, man, this guy, this is exactly what I need. Like, I need somebody who goes through verse by verse and explains it and relates it to real life. It was kind of this realization that like, I'm not a Christian. This is what a Christian looks like, and that's not me. And I remember going for this walk with my friend. On that walk, I realized who Jesus was, why I needed him, and I immediately just like turned to him. I was like, yep, I want this. I know what this is. Like, all these bad things that I do that I just drag with me and feel shame and guilt about, he's saying that I'm forgiven for that God died for me. I switched from going after what I wanted to what I was meant for. And then I could do it because of what he did for me. Now I get my confidence from Jesus, so I don't need the alcohol and drugs. I read, I'm finishing my high school, I'm getting my license back. I go to a community group now, which is just the best. Now it's like I legitimately care about people. God has given me purpose and meaning. People are yearning for Jesus, and they don't know it, and I didn't know it. It's not only saved my life, but it's given me true life. Now, I just want my kids to know how much I love them, and that I made some mistakes, and now I just want them to see God when they see their dad, and know that there's power in Christ.